So normally, and I mean under normal news conditions, the financial and mainstream media would try to hide today's economic data. But I got to tell you, it's obviously everyone's playing armchair general right now, so it's even easier. But let me do this. I'm going to break this news for you. U.S. service activity has expanded at the fastest pace since 2022. And by the way, this isn't some fluke. It's because of demand. Also this morning, ADP jobs report. Private employers added to jobs at the fastest pace since last July. Now, these are things my next guest has been predicting. He told you to brace for an economic boom. I hope you have on your seatbelt because he tells me we're just getting started. Let's bring in Unleashed Prosperity co-founder and former Trump economic advisor, Steve Moore. God, Steve, this is great news, right? We're a service economy. It's booming. ADP, private jobs. And I really want to underline that because when these job numbers come out, the last couple have seen government jobs gone, and that weighs on the overall number. But that's one thing that we wanted anyway, right?
Yeah, Trump is reconstituting the economy. So remember when I come on your show, we talk about the employment reports. What would be the fastest growing sector of the economy? Government, right. Government and healthcare, right. Not where we want jobs to grow. Now we're not seeing huge job growth, but where we are seeing the job growth is in the private sector and in services, manufacturing, and other industries of that nature. Healthcare obviously is still a big one, but government is shrinking. Right. I mean, this is called draining the swamp, my friend. Right. And when you're seeing a 350,000 reduction in federal employment, that is something American people voted for, and it's productive because most government officials are probably doing more harm than good for the economy.
One thing I like too is even when we get that BLS number, which we'll get on Friday, when we have fewer people in leisure, fewer people in retail, but they're doing warehousing work and they're doing, because this stuff pays more money. So just looking at the absolute number, it doesn't really always tell the tale, right?
Yeah, so this is an important point. If you look at real median income in the United States, that's people in the exact middle of the income spectrum, their gains last year above inflation, $2,500 additional. That may surprise people, but it is a fact. Now, but guess what? That's pre-tax.
Right.
We also did a big tax cut. So people are going to get anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 on average off their taxes this year as well. So you're talking about people anywhere but $3,000 to $4,000 additional disposable income. So people keep talking about, like my wife does this, there's affordability crisis. But the facts are, and I've always said, perception is here and reality is here. Right. And what's happening is finally people are kind of catching up to the real situation, which is that we're in kind of a boom right now.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, they're coming out of this shock and awe of that spike in inflation. I can understand why it takes a long time to come to grips with that. But another thing that's happening, the factory numbers, the manufacturing renaissance, I think, has begun. We've had back-to-back manufacturing numbers, ISM, that were just completely off the, we're showing it to the audience right now. That's phenomenal stuff right now.
Yeah. We are in the midst of a manufacturing boom and a productivity boom because AI, robotics, all these. Now, I know people are afraid of it. Is a robot going to take my job? But this is going to make the internet age look like nothing. And so, that means people will have more wealth, they'll have more income. So yeah, you're right. I'm a Super Bowl on this U.S. economy. It didn't happen by accident. We did the tax cuts, we deregulated, we produced. Thank God, by the way, Charles, Trump did drill, baby, drill.
He did, yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know. Drill, baby, drill, and also forcing one vote, not two votes, one big, beautiful bill, because they're reaping the benefits now. So here we have today another breaking news item. White House submits Warsh's nomination as Fed chair to the Senate. I know you like him a lot. You know him very well. People say, you know what, he's a mixed bag. Sometimes he's dovish, sometimes he's hawkish. What do you know?
Well, you know what he's for? A stable and strong dollar, and that's what I'm for. And that's what Larry Kudlow is for. I think that's what you're for. Yeah, why do you have a currency? You want it to retain value. The most important thing, I've talked to Kevin many times about this, make sure, and he knows this, we have to maintain the dollar as the world reserve currency, and he'll do that.
All right. Again, less than a minute.
He's not going to let inflation get out of control. I guarantee you that. And that's the most important thing. Let's go less than, the Fed target is 2. How about 1?
Right.
How about 0?
Right.
Given the big buildup in prices, what is 0?
Right. So, but how do we get there, though? Because on one hand, Trump wants him to cut rates. On the other hand, he hates QE. all right? And which I think we understand that.
Yeah, but stopping QE takes money out of the economy, reduces the inflation rate. And the other thing, don't forget, a big part, this is what so many economists and so many traders forget. If you increase the supply of things, their prices goes down. So everything Trump is doing in terms of tax cuts, in terms of more energy production, in terms of deregulation, that's thrusting the supply curve out, which drives prices down. That's how you get to zero inflation.
And finally, I want to ask you about midterms. You just put out a piece today.
Do we have to?
Well, you put out a pretty interesting, these are some of your bullets from your note today, right? So 53% of voters trust Trump to manage the economy over Democrats. 52% say the economy is better today than it was under Biden. I mean, these are important numbers. And these are this is the kind of momentum you need, right?
I was shocked by these numbers myself. I mean, people may not like Trump. I know half the country, but they like his policies.
Right.
They really do. So the Harris asked him about, do you favor deporting criminal aliens? Yes. Do you favor securing the border? Yes. Do you favor, what he's doing about cutting drug prices? Yes, yes, yes. His policies are popular.
Steve.
Right?
I know. And even though you were in the first administration, you still reverberate in the second term as well.
It's going to be better.
Man.
It's going to be better.
Yeah, good stuff. Steve, thank you.